Hi, Andy. Good to see you again on Thursday. I loved hearing about the books that you're reading. I am currently reading a bunch of books with my students, but nothing really worth writing home about. Hatchet is good, but it's Hatchet. Today I wanted to share a couple of stories with you from teaching, and I'm going to call them teacher tales. And so if you do your reading time or your coffee time, I'll do teacher tales. So here you go, teacher tale number one. Okay, so my first one comes from last week. My school really values connecting community members in with our school to teach our kids that there's more out there than just what they're learning, and that how the things that they learn actually do apply in real life. So I had my friend Darian from Cornerstone actually Skype in with us. Darian is an environmental biologist now, and so I had her Skype call in with us. And she was talking about competition in ecosystems and about biotic and abiotic features in ecosystems, like all of this really good stuff that we had been talking about for a good long while in my class. And then Darian stops to ask, does anyone have any questions? And one kid raises his hand and he goes, I have a question. And Darian goes, yes, you. What question might you have? And he says, is Bigfoot real? And Darian didn't really know what to say, and I was just kind of like, dude, what you doing? We talked yesterday about questions that would be appropriate to ask, and that was not on the list. And it was a really, really funny moment. It was one of those moments where I, as a teacher, tried to keep a straight face, but kind of failed a little bit. It was really, really, really funny in the moment. It's going to be one of my favorite first-year teacher stories, too, I'm sure. Another unique aspect of my school is that we really value giving the kids what we call adventure experiences, or experiences outside of what we would normally consider to be a typical school experience. Like, for example, I took my kids camping last weekend, and it was really good, and we went rock climbing and hiking, and we drank from freshwater springs, and all those really cool kind of things that a lot of my kids don't typically get to experience. And so another adventure experience we did actually as a whole school was we took the whole school, we loaded us up onto buses, and we took a 2-hour trip down to Art Prize in Grand Rapids, which was really, really cool. We stayed at Art Prize for about an hour and a half, and then we took a 2-hour drive back up. But either way, like, for all the time that we spent on the bus, I think it was a really good experience for the kids, and I have this teacher tale to share with you from it too. So we've been on the bus for 2 hours, and we finally get to Art Prize, and my kids are so excited. And like, we went together as a class, so my class being all of the middle schoolers, I took all of the middle schoolers with me downtown, and then our special ed teacher also jumped in on it with us too. So she and I were chaperoning these kids around downtown, and we told them before we left, a lot of them didn't know what Art Prize was, and so we told them it's like an experience where almost everything in downtown can be seen as art, or like art can be displayed in all of these different places downtown, and it was going to be really cool. The kids took it like super literally, and there were these children running up to trash cans all over the campus, like all over the entire like Grand Valley campus that we went to, all over the DeVos place, up and down the streets, like up and down Pearl Street or the Blue Bridge. The most interesting thing to them were the trash cans. They ran up to them and were like, ooh, art! So amazing, such art. And it was so, like, I just kind of looked at them and I was like, guys, look at this amazing mural. And they were like, no, trash can art. And it just goes to show you that middle schoolers have the quirkiest sense of humor ever. And it was so much fun to get to watch them experience Grand Rapids in that way and really make their own experience of Art Prize. So there you have it, 2 wonderful teacher tales about my last week. I'm sure this coming week is going to bring a whole lot more, and I'm super excited to share it with you, Andy. So glad that we're doing this experiment. If you have any teacher tales from your terrible 2s and your toddlers, let me know. I'd love to hear some of the funny things that your kids get into. Although I'm sure that they probably are not running around Grand Rapids yelling, ooh, art, at trash cans. Love you dearly. Bye.